To Cory Mills with us right now, the Florida congressman, House Armed Services Committee, House Foreign Affairs, the central figure in the back and forth of how maybe stuff gets done in a future Trump administration if it comes to that. Congressman, first off on this, whatever we do on the border, the word is out that Donald Trump is not a big fan of what they're kicking around right now. So don't do anything. That's the read that we've had from that. Is that true, and how do you feel about that?
No, I don't think that's true at all. I think that President Trump absolutely wants to secure the border. I think that what he wants to see, however, is an actual border plan that does not look like something similar to the Schumer-Lankford bill that is nothing more than an amnesty bill that would allow 1.8 million people, 50,000 roughly at a time, to be able to come and flood through our borders. And so I think that what we're looking at right now is where Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell, the two Democrats leading the Senate, are essentially trying to say to the American taxpayers that you need to tax your money needs to be taxed to pay for other countries' borders, and then we're also going to attach our borders as well. Look, Speaker Johnson, as well as for many of the House Republicans, have made it clear these will all be standalone bills. We will support and secure our border first above all things, and then we can look at further priorities into our economic downfall.
Congressman, the Wall Street Journal expounded on this a little bit, calling this a GOP border reckoning, going on to say if the GOP doesn't work and cement something with Democrats, it might rue the day, saying, and I quote here, the GOP would also abandon the best chance in years to fix an asylum law and the parole loophole that Mr. Biden has exploited. Mr. Trump, while president in 2018, complained that such dysfunctions had precluded him from fully restoring order to the border. What they're essentially saying is, far better than I, better, not necessarily perfect deal than no deal at all. It would even be beneficial to Donald Trump if he is elected president, because that would be the wind at his back and things would be getting better at the border and he could crow about that. What do you make of that?
Well, as we all know, even President Biden has said that he may return to Trump policies such as remain in Mexico. But what Americans need to understand is that right this moment, the president has unilateral authority under 212 Section F. He can secure the border right this minute. House Republicans last year passed H.R. 2 Secure the Border Act. Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell have refused to take that bill up. That is the most conservative and most secure border plan that we have ever seen. But we also just simply need to enforce the laws that are on the books right now, Neil. We need to get justices down to the border to process asylum claims, to turn those away who don't qualify. We need to allow our CBP and ICE agents to do their jobs and have the reinforcement that's required. But we also need to stop the frivolous Supreme Court rulings that will tell a state that they don't have a right to govern its own sovereignty. And so there's a lot going on here, but the first step has to be in the priority of all of the elected officials in D.C., secure our borders and start looking at economic growth strategies to help keep us safe.
Those are some good ideas right there. Congressman, thank you very much. Good seeing you again. Be safe this weekend.
Great seeing you, Neil. Thank you.
Congressman Mills. All right.